Hi, good morning. Yeah, first welcome all the friends from Romania and also Czech Republic. It's the first time we host a big event here in UK. Why? Because tomorrow in here we're going to officially launching our C Line 7, which already launched in whole Europe, but in UK first time. But this car is it's a big premium milestone. Make BYD can be available for anybody who is want to drive a premium car and who has trouble with some other company. It's a perfect a replacement. Yeah. So I'm so glad you are here, spend time with us. It's the first time, but it's not the last time. And then also tomorrow you are together with our UK team to witness this special moment. Yeah. So I'd like to start with some presentation to tell who is BYD. Actually, BYD is a very young company. I always tell we started in 30 years ago with 20 people, $350,000 investment. But today, now, BYD is a world largest NEV company. Our global market share is 23%. And then we last year delivered 4.27 million vehicles to the market. So BYD is really achieved use a BEV car and a super hybrid car, which we call the DMI technology, to replace the ICE industry, ICE car. So this is a big achievement, milestone. What does this mean? In next slide is by the manufacturer deliver distribution number. BYD already the number sixth largest auto company, auto brand in global. So it's the only auto company who only sells NEV company to be number 6 in the top 10. It's a big milestone. But the more things, if you look at the registration number means you don't have a very healthy. BYD only have 1 month's inventory in the dealer side. So by registration, BYD already the third largest auto company globally. Yeah. So, but then this is a growth a graph. Why I want to show you? It's not easy. Since 2004, we bought the auto company. Then from day one, the reason we bought this auto company, we believe future is electric car. But we're too small, nobody look at us. Then we say, okay, we bought the auto company, we can make our own EV now. But if you can see, even before 2021, our sales is flat. And especially in 2017 or 2019, we officially announced we're going to only stop all the ICE car, only focus on NEV car. Then it's a big challenge. We've been invest a lot of money. One time, I think in 2022, Mr. Wang at the conference, he almost chopped. Then why? He said in 2019, company almost bankrupt because we invest more money, several billion US dollars for R&D, but our profitability is less, just several hundred million. Then we have a lot of cash flow, a lot of issue. But we never give up. We still believing, even if we facing a lot of challenge time, we still believing future is electrification. So, but now, since 2022, we get an award. So if you see the growth number, it's amazing. The previous slide. Yeah. It's we add almost 1.2 million growth from last year. Yeah. So I want to show you, explain this one here. Start from 2022 to 23, we add on 1.2 million car. Then from last year, we add another 1.2 million car. What does this mean? It's BYD. It's not only we have technology, we have innovation, but we have very strong manufacturing capability. We can increase 1.2 million capacity per year. In the auto industry, even in ICE car, nobody can achieve this one. Nobody. So this is BYD capability. Okay, next slide. So if you back to see this one, it took us from the first car to the first 1 million car, 13 years. And then from the first 1 million to the 3 million is 18 months. but then it's only 2 months from 9 million to 10 million. So it's become fast accelerating. This is kind of a big warning to BYD hardware. But who is BYD? Actually, I always tell BYD is an engineer company. So we now have close to 1 million employee, but then more than 10% of BYD employee are R&D engineer. So far, we have 120,000 R&D engineer working at 11 R&D institute. Then we have produced 45 patents per working days. And then even talking about like an R&D investment, we use like a number of Q3 2024, we spent 4.4 billion like a euro for R&D. So that is like we are by this number. Actually, BYD is the world's largest R&D like institute globally. We are definitely unbeaten position in the auto industry. So, but what does this mean? I think in the auto industry, then it means technology revolution. And if you think about the auto industry, it's a soccer game. The first half of the game is actually electrification, which in China already 100% achieved this one. We have more than 50% like NEV penetration now. And then in Norway, it's more than 90% EV penetration. So, but then what's the second half will be competing with intelligence and like auto drive. So in the beginning of February, BYD is already first company to officially announce got eyes. So every single car BYD produce will equip auto drive. And also, this is all the like intelligence feature will improve all the driving experience. And also, you can do a lot of stuff. So BYD revolution here is not only the software, it's a hardware combination with software. So for example, the red car we call U9 belongs to Yangwang brand. This car actually is not only can be dance and jump. Now, if on the road, if you're driving on the road, you saw something, it's like you're not happy, you are not happy. You want it, then you can push button, then the car will be jump over. This car is a jump over. For this one, it's like a 4 meter like trip here. So, and when you visit China, you will have experience to do this jump over experience. And then also, like for the next one is our Z9 GT, which we'll bring to Europe. Later on, I will explain. So I want to show you some video about our auto driving. This is like a start from February, BYD official announced in the future every single car will produce for Chinese market will equip auto drive like experience. So then we have 3 platform A, B, C. And then maybe next several years we will bring this kind of auto drive car to overseas. So, but then by 3 or 4 weeks ago, BYD has another innovation. Then we partner with DJI, which is the world's largest drone company, to equip in our, DJI, exactly. So actually, this car is like for our every single SUV, we're gonna have the feature, another special edition, which has a DJI feature. So this is for the like a premium SUV. Then we have this like a platform. The drone can automatically switch battery and the landing and also takeoff. So then also like this drone can work on even you in the like a forest, desert, there's no road. Then they can fly in to find the road, guide you. You can follow them to drive this one. And at the same time, they can take photo for special momentum and add it for some video for you, like for the memory. So it will be very cool feature with technology innovation. Then it's bring the new lifestyle with intelligent car. So, but our innovation is not only here. So all the car we call the intelligence car, also including the self-parking, including we call the valet parking. So you can drive this car and push button and find your parking place. Then you push valet parking, you bring your purse, all the stuff, and like get off the car. then the car will park itself. So this is a very special, cool feature special for women, for a lot of people in the very narrow place. Then this car will parking for you. And then if you go to some narrow place, either you park in, but you cannot get off the car. But now you can do valet parking. When you get this car, you use a phone, you can take the car out. So automatic. So any place you can really park it side to side with other car for this technology. Yeah. So now, just several days ago, we have another bomb in the auto industry. Is we called super e-platform. So this is the first in the auto industry. Is with a charging station. It's 1.3 megawatts capacity, and then it's what does this mean? It means in every second we can really refill the gas, make the car to drive 2 kilometers. This is the same speed as you to refill your gasoline. And then we have video here. So then what does this mean? So every second recharge, then you're going to have the vehicle to run 2 kilometers. So this is a Super E platform. Is including in the car. Our voltage platform needed to be achieve high number, to be 1,000 1,000 volt. So what does this mean? It means in 5 minutes we can charge the car and enable it for you to drive 400 kilometers. And then we have 2 guns. So each single power motor output. This is for the 580 kilowatts. And then this is the motor maximum speed will be more than 30,000 RPM. So with all the data together, you can achieve this super high platform. We call the BYD Super E platform. Is our new platform for the industry. And then for the this is we equip all the a liquid cooled megawatts we call the flashing charging system. It's all 100% R&D and research and made by us. Its maximum output is 1.3 megawatts, and then the space is only 1.5 square meter space. So it's not a big, not a giant. Yeah. Then we use a dual gun for charging. So this is another big wave in the auto industry, because that is really the revolution to make an electric vehicle is head to head compete with any ICE car. Before you can have the range, you can have all the performance, but then charging is always the biggest complaint. But now solution is here. In the future, BYD, a premium car, Han and Han will equip this kind of a super E platform. So, and this is just a small example happening in the past 3 months. We introduced to the industry, but it's huge. It's a big revolution. But BYD, as an international company, we are not only looking for the R&D, but we also consider it's the target is for localization. So we will step by step produce the car locally here. So we already start operating our Thailand facility July of last year. And then our Brazilian facility will start operating in June this year. And then in Hungary facility will start operating by end of this year. So from end of this year, BYD will be officially European-made brand and made EV. So with this one, you can feel BYD is really for long-term vision, and then heavily invest in Europe. And then we also will build up R&D, local R&D, step by step, and slowly turning BYD becomes local OEM brand. Yeah. So what is this important for here, for our logic concept, is we think for the auto industry, for 100% replacement, we need for the ICE car, we need to really focus on BEV and PHEV. which we call the PHEV have bad name in the auto industry. So we changed the name with different technology. Actually, we call it DMI. It's a dual mode intelligent system. So on the EV mode, you can drive on the it's a pure EV. One charge can drive 80 to 100, even 200 kilometers per charge. And when the battery is empty, then it will become the super low fuel consumption PHEV. So for example, our BYD UDMI, which we will launch to all the countries in Romania and also Czech Republic, is one full charge and one full tank of gas can run 1,080 kilometers. So then in the future, we'll launch another sedan version of DMI, one charge and one tank of gasoline can drive like 1,300 kilometers. So all this kind of a DM technology, BYD already delivered in this industry is 5.5 million with rich experience in the industry. And then the game changer model, we call the CUDMI, we already deliver more than 1 million globally. It's become most welcome number in the industry. Yeah. So this is a BYD Stella 7, which we're going to announce launch tomorrow. This vehicle carry 23,000 RPM motor speed, and then it's with 230 kilowatts charging. It's on the DC charge. We can from the 20 to 80%. We can within 23 minutes. It's faster than Tesla, and then top speed can go to the 240 kilometers per hour, and then accelerating is 4.5 seconds speed. So this is the excellent car to really give you a premium experience for the auto industry. But what's BYD's dream? Our dreams really stand. BYD stands build a dream. Our dream is really to build up the number one technology company and the number one auto brand in the industry. But our mission actually is cool the earth by 1 Celsius degree. Yeah. Thank you.
I don't know if we have some question now, and after this we can move the different group, but we can start to, on a couple of questions. Yes? Yeah.
Personal question, please. You are the only woman fighting with big guys in this field. How are you feeling beating them?
We enjoy everything we're doing because our car is more like a smartphone. Once Apple introduced smartphone for the auto industry, at that time Nokia, Motorola dominate the market, but it was 2G. But then you see it's 2 years. Everybody using smartphone. So we feel BYD is more like Apple in the auto industry, bringing the 3G technology to the auto industry. So the competition is very simple and easy. Because later on you have chance to test drive our car. You jump in the car, first you feel this is a premium car. Second is technology car. Then it's a fun car. You can sing karaoke, you can play game, you can audio, you can voice control. So this car will totally change your life and also your impression about the car. It's become similar when you switch to the high 3G, 5G technology. Give you a lot of rich experience. This is what BYD want to bring in. And then with this, the whole industry changing to electrification, then people is really looking for some premium. So before competing with all the traditional company, maybe all young brand, they don't have a legacy, they don't have experience, can deliver premium. But with technology, it's totally different experience. So we have fun. Actually, a lot of customer, our turning conversion rate is much higher. Once customer open the door, come to our car, like 50% to 60% of the customers, after test drive, they will buy BYD.
Dan Kadar from Zone IT. You said you intend to be the global #1 auto brand, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how do you feel about that on a planet where the boundaries are closed, the countries are closed now? Because, well, we're talking about tariffs in economy now, everybody's imposing them, United States firstly, so how are you going to achieve this goal, and what do you feel about this closed world we're starting to live in now?
Yeah, so BYD so far, we went to every single market, but not in US and Canada. But just like in Europe, BYD is looking for is not because tariff reason. Any market we go, if we find the market is big enough, we will put the manufacturing here, in that location. So tariff sometimes protection is a kind of a short term, but in long term, I think BYD going to do more localize ourselves.
What about United States?
We're not to go to US.
You don't intend to go to US?
Yeah, so far.
Hello, I'm Adrian Litra from Romania, 0 to 100.ro. I have two questions. One, I see that EVs are a reality already in China. You are selling them in big numbers, and also other Chinese players. But how do you plan to convince the rest of the world, and especially Europeans, to go to electric vehicles? Because it seems that the pool of people that wants to go EV, it's getting narrower and narrower each month, you know. So how do you want to convince the world to buy EVs? That's the first question. And the second one, what about the plans for charging network in Europe? Are you going to join programs like Ionity, for example, which is the most known, or do you plan other measures? Thank you.
Yeah. So first question, like I especially introduce our DMI technology, which is game changer. So like CPU DMI is really to replace the ICE car. Then this car is a similar price as ICE premium car, and then but a much better performance. So to drive like it's just one tank of gas and also one charge can drive 1,080 kilometers. It's nobody can achieve this kind of performance and a very low fuel consumption. So this is some kind of technology will become game changer. So in next 1.5 years, BYD will bring more DMI technology to the industry. So our experience running in China and other countries. So in the people very stick to ICE car because they have concern about the charging infrastructure. They have range anxiety, but then they have solution for this great upgrade ICE car premium ICE ICE car replacement is a DMI. So DMI will be the game changer. So and once jumping and then we have experience after they replace the second car, 60% of the consumer will change to EV. So I think in the midterm, in the country who has a very low fuel consumption, they can start with this kind of DMI technology, DMI car. Yeah.
And regarding the charging stations, do you plan to make your own chargers or join a European program?
So for charging station, I think we need to respect all other charging companies. They already spend money to build a charger. So BYD strategy is cooperate with them and then utilize their charging networking. So but at the same time, BYD maybe will help the industry to build this kind of a supercharger later when timing is right. Yeah.
What does it take as a leader to lead a business at this level?
Commitment and hard working. Never give up. Yeah, that's yeah. Because when BYD is small, and then you remember the story, 20 people, $350,000. Then even when I joined BYD only have 1,000 employees. Then my role is to go to the overseas to introduce BYD name. So our first overseas office is in Hong Kong. That's before 1997. Then we came to Europe. What I have is like one people with one just graduated, like a master, speak German, and one technician. And then with $30,000 US cash with 1 foot of container. That's it. If I lose, if I fail, that's all the cost. That's all the money we have to support this kind of risk region. Yeah. So this is a kind of, today you saw BYD is giant, huge, then you say, everything. But when you look at the history, we start with a very tiny, small company. Then we grow in this environment. Then as a female, it's naturally, you once you do this step by step, working hard, dedicate, and then most importantly, you need to enjoy the work you are. Once you enjoy everything, it's very simple. It's become like a very joyful like a journey. Yeah.
Thank you very much. One more and I'm done. You've been named this year World Car Person, and you are the first female and own the Chinese company to have this amazing nomination.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
I feel very proud, but I also like a really big appreciation is to our engineer, because with BYD like 120,000 R&D engineer every day give you new stuff, and like innovation is making my sales job much easier and making my communication much easier, because each time I go to any place, tell BYD story is part of. I really enjoy this kind of career, and then it's my big passion. But at the same time, it's a big, like, amazing story. It's about the, like, you remember I always talk about American dreams. You start with nothing, but you build a big success. This is the same. So making my communication is much easier. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. You still have a lot of questions, even with a friend.
Actually, you emphasized a lot about the engineers.
Yes.
By the way, I'm an engineer too, so I'm very proud when I hear this kind of nice words. You also mentioned that they make your life easier.
Yeah.
But what I notice, seeing all these movies, the marketing people is helping you a lot in communicating the right way this technology.
Yeah.
And what finally about your salespeople, no matter if they are working directly for BYD or they are your dealers, because I imagine they must have at least an equal role in the success of the BYD.
Yeah, exactly. Like Jose sitting here, they're from media. So like they bring the professional experience here. Like he's always have a very sharp eyes. Oh, I like this story. Like make it's better. Then we have join like John to join us as a professional, like a media person. I tell John, your number one task is to tell BYD story in the Western world. So then this is a kind of even for BYD sales team, marketing team, we have like a professional digital marketing expert to join us. When they jump in, they love a BYD story. Then they bring their like a professional work and the experience into us. So we have a car, we have technology. Then we have the most like experienced expert, very strong team. Then it's really make it all the everything is work like very well. Yeah. Yes.
Two short questions. There was a big discussion in Europe about the support the Chinese government made for auto companies in China, especially EVs. And there was an inquiry of the European Commission. This is the first question. How do you comment this involvement? Because you grew extremely fast.
Yeah.
And as the data says, you had, I don't know, only in 2022, there were nearly $3 billion invested in BYD by the support of the government, one. And two, your decision to open the factory in Hungary, was it just economic or had also political aspects, because you know Hungary is very open to China and to so.
Yeah, I appreciate. So actually I need to correct this is really misleading perception. And why? Because we are in China, and then the China like EV policy is available for everybody. So it's like a more towards to consumer. So all the EV subsidy is given to consumer. In the very beginning, they gave like a 12,000 US dollar subsidy is give benefit to consumer. So then by financial, we need to collect this money. We need to give to consumer, but it's OEM to collect money from government. So you will see in the very beginning, like a Chinese government own BYD a lot of cash. Yeah. So that is not really the subsidy to any manufacturer. Then the second, the subsidy we receive, even I receive in every single country I invest. It's like when I went to any city, I will invest a giant facility. Then I will create like a more than 10,000, 20,000 job opportunity. Local government, doesn't matter it's in China, it's in US, in every space, I will get like a subsidy. As some subsidies give you discount land, and subsidies give you like a employee education cost. So all this one, if you see the financial report showing the subsidy for this one is towards this direction. Even we invest in any other country today, I open it up, I will receive an equal or even higher subsidy from the overseas government. So the claim.
But when the European Commission investigated this, and why they decided later to put tariffs? To
Political.
protect our own
Yes, just a lobby by political. So because they don't understand why Chinese company can produce the EV half of their cost, but they don't understand, which my chart is showing. It took us almost we are 30 years, but then in auto industry we are like 25 years. But then in the past almost 20 years, or we almost bankrupt. Our R&D investment is like for the electrical 7%. But in the past 20 years, we only invest EV. But you compare with other company, what do? Today they try fuel cell, tomorrow they try another, then they try different technology. They're not focused.
On this I totally agree with you.
Yeah, they don't focus. But you think about, then second, you think about I'm the second guy for the company. I'm still working in the front, on the field, not sitting in the office, beautiful office, listen to the people's report. So this is because BYD, even the Mr. Wang, the founder, till today I'm always joking, why BYD success? Did you see the founder of the company still working almost 16 hours to 17 hours per day, and then some days a week? And I went to the dealer store to talking to the dealer, talking to the consumer. No, we did not see that, but we did. This in BYD. We still like a kind of founder is really dedicated, working hard, and then to commit to the company. Then we make a decision fast. So you ask our team why he will take a chance to upgrade, because we need it quickly, in 1 minute, we make this decision. Some company will take 1 month. So efficiency is different. So Chinese company winning out because of 3 reasons. One is the decision-making process, much faster, very effective. Second is the manufacturing supply chain is very strong. Like BYD, 70% of our component were produced in-house. So once we, my message in the beginning, we are the only company can have a capability, can add on 1.2 million cars capacity per year. No other company to do. We can do that. Why? Because even we do the battery manufacturing, 80% of the battery equipment were produced, designed by BYD. So that is kind of capability, and then can make the company grow. Then the third one is competition. In China, actually, I feel, because I'm an international person, I feel in China is more open, capitalized city. Every auto company, doesn't matter state-owned or maybe private-owned like us, we need to compete to survive. The government will not give you, hand over the money to you to save you. This is not this case. We never see this happen. But then, in overseas, become even in US, when auto company has issues, then the government gave the money. So it's totally different. But in China, it's bleeding competition, and a lot of companies choose to withdraw the company. They think it's protection, but it's not. It's just because free competition. But then the company commit to be participate in this competition, they become stronger and stronger. They are very competitive. So once they come to overseas, they find it's very simple because competition is not so strong. So then, when the company lose, what they can accuse, what they can blame is this company. They don't understand. Then they say, you got a special subsidy. It's not a fact.
Yes, it's true.
Even they did the investigation, did you see any report to show you how much money they received? No.
They do. It's obvious. They do receive money. In Europe also, it's true. But on the other hand...
in Europe they do receive money. If we do investigation in auto company, I think it's equal. If by the same standard to measure, anything they blame Chinese company receive the subsidy is equally even local company can receive more. So it's I'm a data person. If by data ignores the country, so this is the same industry. There's no difference. And also another one, you see, Chinese government is always clear in one direction. 20 years ago, then they are clear in the future is EV. They put a 5 years plan. But this 5-year plan, unlike other countries, this year is this direction, next year is next year. This is happening in US now. The next year is this direction. But it's always the same direction, continuous work. Then you see the result come. So then even for any foreign company, if they trust Chinese government, Chinese market better, they should, if they can restart again, I think they should follow this strategy from day one. Don't need a big doubt. But then if they do, like a BYD, like other company, then they will receive the different result.
In the past, the European automakers, for example, had to have a Chinese partner in China to open a factory.
Yeah, but now they are free.
No,
but now they are free.
Yeah, now.
Now they are free because why? You see because when they into China, in China there's no car industry. Chinese government gave them the Chinese market and then to open this one. But then in the end, you see in the past 30 years, all the European OEM brand, they make a huge profit from China.
True.
Huge profit. So I think it's equal. If any European company open this market to us with joint venture, it's equal. But in reality, it's not. Because in the past 30 years ago, if the Chinese, you have a license plate, you produce car, even it's trash car, you can sell. You can make a bigger money. So you will see in the past, China is the car model is old model, the tooling is the old one. Then it's do it. But now, start from several years ago, and all the auto companies, they can choose, they can add to be 100% owned. Tesla is 100% owned.
I know.
BMW
Tesla was the first.
No, but then BMW had the chance to change the structure to have one joint venture to buy out all the share become 100% owned. Another, they got the 75%. So Chinese government is more open now because the market is more mature like a European market. So then a lot of people saying, now it's when you come to my market, you should have joint venture. It's not true because you're talking about the immature market and then mature market. So now China has become more mature market. Now with this one, now it's equal. You don't need to have joint venture. So the logic is different.
What about Hungary? That was my second question. What about Hungary?
Hungary is first, if you see any single data, Hungary has been ranking always #1 for manufacturing, especially for auto manufacturing. You use the ChatGPT to ask in Europe which country is the most friendly, best for the manufacturing. I just did that. Hungary #1.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know why, but you do use ChatGPT or DeepSeek, any AI. They give you all the answer why. They give you 20 pages. But I just did this one is Hungary #1.
So that's why you decided it's only economical reasons.
Yeah. This is actually when we are private company. we make every single decision, even in China, less consider about the politics. We more consider is pure the market driven and the competitiveness. So we choose Hungary because two reasons. One is Hungary by the data, they are the most like a suitable manufacturing place, ranking the number one. And the second, then like a BYD has a history in Hungary, like a back to not only buses, before buses.
Before buses.
Is when we're working with Nokia.
This thing I didn't knew.
Yeah. So because I'm the person, I was the former CEO for BYD Electronics. So oh, by the way, like if you using this phone is my passion. If you use the smartphone, the globally 1/3 of smartphone components and also like the whole phone assembly are by BYD. So we used to produce 60% of Nokia phone. Every phone model you remember, I will tell you like which part we produce, and the 60% of the Motorola phone, the Razr phone is we produce the whole phone. So BYD is not a stranger to European. So then back to we are small, Nokia pushing us hard. We need to be global company. Then we need to have manufacturing in India. That's our Chennai facility. Then we need to have facility in Hungary. Then we went to Hungary. We that's my first like factory is the cell phone. Phone.
As a follow-up on Hungary topic, how much time do you think you need to be perceived as a domestic manufacturer, not only in Hungary but in Europe? Because this process obviously takes some time. But which are your expectations for BYD to be seen as a domestic brand in Europe?
That's a good question. So one is the emotional answer because it's talking about the consumer. So you need to first design the car is more like a European flavor. So for example, our Auto 2 launching, I think several journalists joined our Auto 2 launching in Europe. All the journalists test drive the car. You know, from auto industry, the journalist is really super expert, like knows all the industry very well. And then they test drive, they say, wow, this is really the model for European. The design, the looking, the performance, you really be more feel, that's my car. They don't feel it's, oh, China car or something. They feel from the style, from the color, from the performance, driving habit is more European. This is very important. And the second is as the question we have here previously. When BYD as a Chinese company here, what we should do is we need to hire local like an expert to help us to do the marketing, sales, and after sales service. So now BYD is building a team for marketing, a team for sales with local people. This local people and also our after sales team is very strong. Then we build here. They are the people deliver to the customer. So they need to deliver make sure it's like European talk to European. So like once you have more flavor like this one, is really make the people, local people, they work for BYD, then they feel they're working for any other like companies. It's no different, even more passion. They don't. Sometimes they will speak different languages. It doesn't matter. We have AI. I give one equipment to my all salespeople. They carry this one. They can go to any place, speak any language. Even in China, they can go to the a flea market to bargain the price with this equipment. So that is kind of you build up a very international culture. And once this is from internal to external, then the people will feel this is, for our European leader, they will feel this is their company. They are not feel we are Chinese company. That is bring a huge difference.
And in terms of time, maybe 5, 10 years, maybe, how do you think? How do you
less than
feel?
5 years, you will see. A lot of people will, because this is my KPI to my team. I think within 5 years, if I go to the supermarket, I will asking, do you know what's the best vehicle brand you like, you enjoy high tech? My answer, I want to hear BYD, and then I want to mention BYD. They feel, wow, this is European company, and yeah. So and also we will build also local R&D step by step too.
I noticed you are very passionate about technology, but my curiosity is if you are at the same time passionate about car culture, or is it mostly your dedication to innovation in business?
I think I would, to be very directly answer this question, is if we are produce ICE car, today BYD could not grow so fast. BYD will not achieve this brand because you bring the innovation, you bring the technology to here, then you play different car. You're changing the game. You play another game, then you stop being leading. So this is the whole philosophy. So technology is our key. Also, technology is the key engine for us to be continue successful and also changing the world.
And I noticed BYD is already involved in sport partnerships, especially football, the most significant one. Do you consider motorsport to be an option for future opportunities to promote BYD, challenging the legacy of traditional auto brands?
We will see, but you see why we choose in Europe more investment in sport? Because for European, sport is their passion. If you talk to anybody here, they can sleepy, but when you're talking sport, they wake up, then it's like a boost. So it's become passion, energy. This is same like BYD when we're talking about car, our passion and energy is for technology. So if everything matching to this direction with this direction to with passion, with innovation, that's our intention.
She's
But
a racing driver. This is the reason of the
that's
question.
reason. But that's the
This is the reason.
So that's that way. But then for female racing driver is another thing we feel very passionate. Energy.
And I have one last question because your career is quite impressive and your achievements are really an inspiration for I think all women who want to grow in this industry. And can you tell me what is one of the best advices you ever received during your career, which helped you build resilience and I don't know, find inspiration?
Yeah, I think when I was young and just graduated from university, I met one person is a singer than me. She told me, she said, Stella, you never know who you will be and what you're going to do in the future. But the one thing you should always make all your best effort to do excellent job for the work you are doing now. So then this is always, I think it's a very strong advice. So even if I'm doing assistant work, I will be the best for this job. If I'm cleaning the table, I will think I will be the best cleaning the table or cleaning the floor. So this is some advice is for everybody. Always focus on and deliver excellence for every single job, and don't always think about the big dream because you never know that. Then you will be successful. Yeah, focus on and dedicate yourself, deliver excellence.
Thank you.
Sorry, I'm Alex Bonegin from Automarket. I have a question. You recently said that BYD considers a third power plant in Europe.
Yeah.
Could you comment more on that, and could you tell us what countries are you considering?
Yeah.
And the second question, BYD is coming to Romania, as we all know, with all the models, or what models will be available in the beginning?
Yeah. So the first, I think that is a little bit misleading. The people asking me the long term. I said long term, then BYD is continue investing in BYD in the future. We may need to build a third facility. That's not on our agenda yet. Okay. Just talking about the long dream. Yes. So then I think
Yes.
Yeah, you can answer more details which model we're going to launch.
For sure. So we will be starting with 802. Then it's going to be the Seal U EV, Seal U DMI. For sure, Sea Lion 7 we'll see in September, and we'll have another surprise that we will open up to you in the coming weeks. It's going to be a very challenging one. We're going to challenge a big local producer with that. So coming up with you.
I have another question about Romania and also European market, because we know that you also have at BYD, you have also buses, forklifts, commercial vehicles, and I haven't seen that much news about that. Are those also under your umbrella, and how do you plan to sell or to produce the buses and the trucks and the forklifts in Europe? What's your market approach about that part of the products that you're selling? Thank you.
Yeah. So even we did not publicly do a lot of marketing for electric buses, but actually our like one leading player in Europe for electric buses. Today you are in London. So in London is like Warner actually did this work. Our EV electric buses penetration in London is more than 80%.
80%.
Is more than 80%. In the whole UK, we're more than 70%. So like our EV penetration is high, and then we're doing this very well. And this year, we do have KPI for another commercial team, and then we will be leading position. So in country by country, we have different like EV penetration here. Currently, our electric buses are produced in Hungary at the bus manufacturer.
And the approach for the EU market or for the rest of the Europe, let's say other countries than the UK, which is the approach to have the same business structure like you have with Andre, or maybe have a separate importer, or what's the strategy for that?
Yeah, we have one commercial team, especially handling the commercial sales. So in some country, if we need a distributor, we will first consider our distributor in this country to check if they are expert, they have strong muscle in this field. If they are, then we will work with them. If they are not, then we'll choose others. Yeah. So this is always our philosophy. Yeah.
So it's like a different, let's say,
different sales team. Yeah. Because this buses business is B2B. Yeah. It's not B2C. So now all the team here is mainly handle B2C, but then the working principle is like our team in Romania will be supporting function for the like a B2B business too.
I see. Thank you.
Since we are a Romanian table,
Yeah.
what are your expectations for the Romanian market? I think this is the elephant in the room. We have to ask this. What in how many years do you plan to be the market leader?
Yeah, Andrew, I know you are new. Maybe can you answer this question? This is some example.
Yeah. So what I can tell you is that, and I have been telling you guys over the trip, so we are like a tsunami. We're going to be number one. You have never experienced what BYD is going to bring to Romania. I can tell you that for sure. In my first interview with Miss Stella, we have discussed about this, and when she asked me when you're going to be number one, I was in my head thinking about BEVs, DMI, PHEVs, but suddenly I understood that the question from Miss Stella was number one for the whole market. So I expect to go there in less than 5 years.
It's enough, or you think free is better?
It's wishful thinking.
That's his KPI.
Stella, I think
this is KPI.
Stella, maybe free is better than 5, huh? Free is better, or?
Oh, you see, you have a question. Actually, now I'm happy you become like a supporting party for me. Give you impression.
I have another question.
Yes.
My name is Lucian Popa. Nice to meet you finally. Let's say I have already driven, I think 3 or 4 BYD cars, and I am impressed. Andrew talked about a new surprise coming to the European market. Is this the surprise? Because I have some questions. This is a prototype BYD car in Barcelona with Polish green number plates. And I want to ask you, why does this have 2 charging ports
Yeah.
if it is an electric car?
Oh, this is a CO5, right? It's a DMI.
Really, is it DMI? It's a hybrid?
Oh, this is CO6. Yeah.
This is CO6, so this is the model.
CO6 is a DMI.
Is
If it's a
DMI.
DMI, it's only one charger.
No,
one
it's
gun.
2 chargers.
One is for petrol, one is for
One
electric.
is a for
It has
petrol.
green number plates. Green number plates in Poland
It's not something from us.
means electric car. So it had green number plates, but it's a DMI.
Probably megawatt charging.
Uh-huh.
the megawatt charging with
Megawatt charging currently is focused on TAN, is like a Sea Lion 8
Yes.
and also Han.
Okay,
Han.
so
Not for this one.
not for this one. So the number plates are lining. Because in Poland, green plates are for electric cars. So they put green plates on the car, on this
In Poland?
prototype. Yes, in Poland, to mislead us to solve the car.
I don't know, but
There are all sorts of
we
things
can
happen
check.
with
Yeah,
prototypes.
let's double
Yeah, we
check
can
it.
check.
I
We
need
can
double
double
check
check.
because
We
we
can
did
check.
not launching
Yeah,
this
yeah.
model
This
yet.
is a photograph taken by me. So
Oh, taken by you. So it's
2 weeks ago.
Oh,
It was
okay.
in Barcelona.
So it's a basically
Barcelona.
it's basically a DZN. The DZN segment in Romania is not very powerful for us.
Yeah.
We will focus on the C segment. Basically, we have a model coming there, but my surprise basically is aimed on basically taking off the market the Dutch Sprint that you well know.
So
Big
the
numbers.
surprise was the small one. Yeah,
Yes,
not big.
correct.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I have a Spanish good friend, Inigo Termonte. You know very well him.
Yeah, yeah.
And he told me that he is crazy about you.
Oh.
He told me that
I need to take notes. I need to take notes.
he told me that if you are calling him at 2 o'clock in the night,
Yeah.
he is answering you and talking to you. How you convince your team to follow you without any problems?
Yeah, I also tell everybody I'm a diamond shopman. Sometimes a little bit tough, but I make people is more shining, more successful, and then they will discover like they can be much better than they expect. Yeah, and then yeah, also I trust them. I give a very free platform for them to really release their talent. Yeah, I like to deal with hardworking and also commit people. So very open. Yeah, trust.
Can I have another question related to the mix of vehicles? So from my previous question and from your previous answer, I understand that you try to convince the Europeans with the DMI system, with the hybrid system. Which is the mix that you expect for the following years in terms of PHEVs and electric vehicles? What's the ratio between them in Europe?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Actually, we follow on daily. So, for example, country by country, region by region is different. So, for example, in UK, we found out like a CU DMI, this DMI technology can be maybe 40%. So then the EV can be like a 60%. But then if you go to Spain, your friend country, and also Italy, then the Southern Europe, EV penetration is lower than 10%. Then our a DMI technology will be more than 60%, 60-70%. So it's really depend on region, different country. Yeah.
What about the Nordic countries? Because in the EV adoption, they are leaders by far in Europe.
Yeah.
What's your vision about those countries?
Yeah. So in Nordic, like in Norway, definitely only sell EV. There's no CODMI. And then in the Denmark, because of tax reason, it's not a benefit for any non-EV car. So it's the space only left is BEV. So it's really, even by Nordic, country by country, there's different angle there.
In terms of models, which, as a whole in Europe, which do you think are going to be the first top 3 selling models in Europe in, let's say, 2025?
No, I have 6 top selling models. They are only 5. So we are launching, Atto 2 will launch, will be very top selling model in the B sector SUV. Then the CU DMI is a top selling on the D sector SUV. And then our sale is amazingly recently very big strong demand from UK and a strong demand in France and also Germany and also even in Spain. The sale is BEV. It's the EV, but it's a D sector D sector,
D
sector
sedan.
sedan. So it's like in each. So BYD I think by middle of next year, in every sector, BYD will have like a EV will have model there. So then it's really country by country. Then in our pipeline, it's not only a single model. I have 6 very strong model going to compete in each sector.
How do you evaluate the EV charging infrastructure in Europe? Because in China, you told us already the example with the 1.3 megawatts charger. How do you evaluate as a whole the European charging infrastructure for EVs?
Yeah, if you compare it with the data speed, when our EV penetration is only 20% or less than 20%, actually Europe EV infrastructure is even stronger than in China. But now once the EV penetration, or maybe several years later, the EV penetration move higher, more charging infrastructure. Now in China, EV penetration is around 50%. So then chargers every place. Is another important thing is government mandatory is important. So like in China, every new shopping market, new building, like 30% of a parking space need to have a charger. Or maybe in the resident like apartments, every single parking lot, the government requires like a charger accessible. So if I'm the resident there, and then I can ask her to install charger in my parking lot, they need to bring enough power to there. That's mandatory. And in government building in the airport, it's almost 30% of the parking lot need to install charger. So this become the regulation, and then this regulation impact a lot, to help a lot too.
So do you think that the EV charger market in Europe will still continue to develop, or it's starting to reach some sort of bottoming in terms of numbers and power and things like that?
The charging infrastructure, even we're talking to like a Shell, who's our partner, and also like the different the even gasoline company and our charging company, they still will double, triple their charging like a point in next several years. So this is just a starting point. And then we'll continue fast growing too.
Besides Shell Recharge, do you also have other partnership in mind?
We're working with a different charging company. Like several partner were in the deeper discussion and partner with them.
A lot of other Chinese technology companies started developing their own cars now. I've seen from Huawei recently in Mobile World Congress in Barcelona, also Xiaomi and so on. What do you think about that? Because they are coming from technology with a lot of technology background, developing electric cars, and their model are pretty impressive. I've seen the SU7, I think, the one in Xiaomi. It was mind-blowing. What do you think about them?
So first, Huawei will never produce cars. That's their public speech. But they partner with
they
other
partner,
people.
Exactly, but Xiaomi, they're producing them.
Xiaomi is the one produce the car. So, but all this company jump in to produce car, you see, they bring another way for competition on the intelligence. They bring another innovation. Even something we will say, what are they doing? So inspired by them, then we can be better. So that's you can see the philosophy can answer your previous question. It's like because China has become very freedom competing country, then you have more this kind of a technology-based company to join the competition. Once they join the competition, they will bring the whole concept, all the technology in the smartphone, in the IT industry into here. Then for us, we're not saying, they got a subsidy. We're saying, wow, what are they doing? Can we do? Then we will go back close door talking. If they can do this better, why not you? It's boost their ego. They say, no, we can do that. One time I challenged my team. I guess why this company is AI feeling is better than you. Our car is not there. Then I took them to spend a half hour with their head of engineer. Then the head of engineer did not say anything, but the engineer sitting in the back seat said, Stella, give us 3 months, we'll be better than that. So it's this is, for us, is fun. You always find some people doing better than you, then we're always asking our engineer, why you are not good? Just one question. The next day, they will bring another innovation to you. So very interesting. This kind of environment is crucial. It's actually winning factor for the Chinese company. So in China, nobody, you see, who cares government give who the money? For Chinese company, they are only head down to compete with technology. They never care about the politics.
Who do you perceive now as a rival? Your real rival? Who do you see? Tesla or who? Who's your main competitor? Who you're benchmarking with?
BYD.
Okay.
About the Hungary plant, if I'm allowed one last question, have you decided which is going to be the first model that is going to be produced there?
Yeah, we decided several models were produced here. They're very popular.
Can you make us an update on that topic? I mean, which
well,
models?
we like to invite you to go to see our facility. We tell you the secret. Let's keep a little secret here.
And the production start time, it will be this year?
End of this year.
Okay, Q4, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
On that previous note, you mentioned that cars are more similar to smartphones right now.
Yes.
And a few years ago, a European brand also said that cars are gadgets or smartphones, and now, just recently, they came back and corrected that statement because drivers said they didn't quite appreciate the interface, like tablet interface, no physical buttons. So now they are, let's say, turning around their design decision. And my question is, do you think it is considering safety factors, this decision of treating a car as a gadget? Because a car, at least in Eastern Europe, road safety is a big issue. And treating a car like a gadget may seem superficial. Does technology play a role in this, in making streets safe?
Yeah, you mean there's a lot of robbery in there or still safe?
No,
distraction.
Distraction.
Drivers are not driving responsibly, and I think road safety is mainly about how we perceive cars.
Yeah,
and if we perceive them as gadgets, then we treat them lightly. So we do not take into account the fact that we can kill people on the road if we are not paying attention to the road and paying attention to a tablet instead, or interacting with the car.
Or to a drone.
No. That's what I'm saying. BYD Auto Drive got eyes, like equipped with every single model. So, like for example, the Dolphin Surf, in China we call the Seagull. Then here we call the Dolphin Surf. Is the most accessible model. We have this equipment. So then but it's not in the urban driving, it's a platform C, it's in the highway. Then you have this one. So in the highway you drive long distance, then you're sleeping, you don't focus. Then, because sometimes then this car will take over the control, will remind you. Will take, this we call the auto drive. We make this like a test drive during Chinese New Year. Like people drive 1,000, 2,000 kilometers for the, like go to hometown. With a lot of drink and drunk, the next day is not a clear mind. Yeah. But with this kind of technology, we'll protect you. Well, the essential for us for auto drive in the all platform, the number one is improve the safety, driving safety. And then yesterday or the day before, I was in Poland. My guy is driving me with a seal to the airport. Then the started remind him needed focus. Then he told me he got the pillow, like a headache. Then his head is like a little not the center. When he's driving, his head this one not in the center with our camera or system detecting, reminding him focus. So this is already like a little bit more advanced than ADAS system, already equipped on C-Line 7, but in several years, we have a more like an auto drive function in the like a highway. First, every single car of a BYD will have this kind of a safety feature.
That's a standard.
That's a standard. That's basic. So Mr. Wang made a very famous speech. I think it will become the principal speech in the future, the history. He's saying in the future, this auto drive feature will become more like an airbag and then safety belt as part of the car. If you 10 years later you look back, then at that time, this kind of auto drive, highway safety, highway auto drive will become like a must necessary feature as you have today as safety belt, as airbag.
You
Sorry,
said about the
because
seagull.
we need to leave, but
Yeah.
I don't know if we have some other question from journalists that
Only
they
for
don't
the
have
seagull.
But one second, you have other question from other, because this is the last one. Here,
You want to
yes.
give other
Yeah, because we
people
need to give
something
space to other colleagues
I
too.
wanted to ask you about the other brands from the IT group. I see a lot of advertisement with Denza. What are your plans with
Yeah,
those
Denza-
brands in Europe?
Yeah, Denza will be official launching in Europe. So from April, second week, we will do the design like a week unveiling for the Denza brand. By end of this year, we will bring the Denza car.
And in Romania?
Next year. This is actually a question for Andrew. When Andrew is ready, when the market is ready, anytime. Yeah.
So the seagull name.
No, in 2 years.
No, no.
Dolphin surf.
Andrew is more aggressive than me.
Dolphin.
Dolphin surf.
Surf. Okay.
Surf.
Okay. I didn't understand the name.
Yeah.
Yes.
No problem.
Dolphin surf. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.